Hello and welcome to this latest running session. Thanks for looking at the channel, and here we are at the Triang Super 4 based main layout. So today we're going to have a single class running session, two locos from the same class on the main upward and downward lines. So I'm following these excellent Hornby Dublo super detail wagons along, and let's get a look at this excellent Wrenn A4. It's the Mallard. That's W2211, and that's going to be pulling a service on the Downward Mainline. Now right at the back of the layout, just on the up and over branch line, poised is the wartime black version of Peregrine. That's another A4 by Wrenn, and that's W2213, and that's pulling a Pullman service. Now we did see it on the layout some weeks ago, pulling some freight, so it's on passenger duty today on the Upward Mainline. Now you might notice a little bit of sunshine coming in on the layout. Hopefully that won't affect the camera too much. Now before we get these excellent A4s running, let's just have a look at these wheels. Now if you saw last week's video, you'll know I've been having a bit of trouble with this version of the Silver Seal wheels. It's the square axle version. Now I don't know whether you can see from this camera, I've taken a still picture as well, but the back to back is absolutely a mile out on these. Next to it is a fine scale Hornby, Triang Hornby wheel, and there's over a millimetre difference between the back to back, and that's why I'm getting so much trouble over the frogs in the points and the diamond crossings. Now I don't want to throw these out, so my idea is to split them in half and either put a bit of square tube or round tube over the squares with a little bit of adhesive and just get the back to back to a more reasonable measurement. So I'll have an update on that fairly soon. I'm sure that's going to be quite easy to do. Now finally, last week I did run a bit of Hornby Dublo. I was hoping to get one ready for this week, but time hasn't allowed. But just in front of me is a really nice matte black version of the Duchess of Montrose, so I'm going to have that running soon. But I thought it's quite nice to show it next to the Wrenn City of Birmingham, an evolution of the Dublo model, and I think they both look quite good together there. Right, well, not much else has been happening on the layout. I've got a few extra sidings over where the mobile tank wagons are there. I can't really use them yet because my plating plant is playing up and I need to devote some time to finding out why. So once I get some replated track down, get those points working, I think I'm going to build another little station there on the sort of bi-directional branch line and can have a bit of shunting and move a few different wagons about. So that's something for the future. But right now it's time to get these A4s running, so I'll just pause the video while I get to the controller and we'll start them moving around on the main lines. Okay, well I'm just moving down to the controllers, and before we run the A4s I've just got to set points G to curved and points B to straight, points B at the end of the outer double track loop. So let's now see if I can get this Mallard moving. So just easing away. Right, now remember to put points B back to curve. That's good, so hopefully now this Mallard will be able to run nicely round the Downward Mainline. Let's just take a quick look at it go round a circuit. Not quite as quiet as the other one, as you'll hear in a minute, but running nice and smoothly for a loco that hasn't run for over 30 years. And there is the Peregrine, so let's get that moving. Let me get back to the controller, just follow this Mallard a minute while I walk down to this end of the layout. Right, so I'm going to try and bring this gently down the Just gently down the incline. Didn't want to go then, funnily enough. Let's just see if it'll back up a bit. Probably a bit of dirt on the rail. It's not replated, this track, because this is steel still, not nickel plated. And we're just easing now out onto the Upward Mainline. Points G back to mainline running, and let's watch both these locos go round. Something about the shape of these wonderful A4s. Peregrine tearing away now, just need to back that down a bit. Mallard warming up too, so just take a little bit of power off that. Crossing over and looking good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed seeing these A4s. There's not really much more I can say about them, and I'm suffering a bit with my throat today, so rather than hoarsely chit-chatting away, I'll say goodbye until the next video and leave you with some shots of these two locos running round the Super 4 based layout.